Good evening, my subscriber. That's right, you, my viewer, my subscriber. How you doing this evening? I'm doing all right, for the most part. Today was a day, I tell you. You know, my husband's 91 and I'm 73, like I talk about in many of my videos. And so, you know, my videos are going to come to you from a perspective of, you know, senior citizens, I guess, overall. But yet I don't like to go there. The word senior, in a sense, it makes me feel old. And I think that I'm more on the young at heart type of gal. I'll stick to that. But anyway, so today was a day, though. My husband and I were crapping at each other. The thing of it is, I find he's a very anxious personality, always has been, but yet more so as he ages and as I age. I realize that it just seems like it's even more so. I apologize. Him feeding him. We are getting Meals on Wheels, which is great, but I still do a lot of my own cooking too. And I made a really nice dinner this Sunday with pork ribs, and I start out with nice pork, thick pieces of country ribs with the bone in, and you season them up and you put them under your broiler and broil them till they're almost all cooked, but not completely through. And then I take them with your fork, a big fork, and get them into my crock pot with, let's see, sweet baby rays, different varied, the honey barbecue sauce is real good, and just slather it all over them, a little bit of water if you want, and just turn it on low for a few more hours. You don't want to dry them out, so watch it. You want them moist in there. But that, and I made a red potato salad, and I go to town. I put eggs, I put white onion, I put some scallions chopped in there. I did put some celery in, which I don't normally do, but I had some, so I put some of that in. A lot of eggs, hard-boiled eggs, crushed, cut up, and then red pepper. Gotta have the red pepper, and cooked bacon chopped in my food processor. All of that with your salt and pepper and a little thyme or whatever you like for spices in there. And then it has to be Hellman's mayonnaise. I'm real picky. Can't be any of that other stuff. Hellman's is the best to me. And my husband, and red potatoes boiled up, and you mix all that, and the potatoes are like at room temperature, and so they're slightly still a little bit warm from cooking them. You didn't let them get cold on you, with your mayonnaise that fresh from the fridge and everything. Delicious. That went us a couple of meals, and I'm telling you, that with a nice green vegetable, peas or broccoli or something, asparagus, you have a nice meal. A little applesauce on the side with a little cinnamon and cloves in it. You got a nice meal, and I made that Sunday. So anyway, I do my own cooking. So getting back to, yes, it was a day of just bickering. He was anxious for some stuff, and I kept trying to tell him I had all these errands to run. I went out and about doing them, and you know, I get tired too. I mean, I wanted to come in and sit. I needed my daily meds I hadn't taken. It's now getting later in the afternoon. I was getting hungry. I'd been to the store for him. I'd been to the post office for my eBay. I went over and watered my girlfriend's plants, who they're down in Florida right now. I went over and, you know, did a few other things. I met the lady outside for the senior center pop-up pantry meal thing. And then I met the person with the Meals on Wheels, and I brought all that in. And then I thrifted yesterday for a little while at a store. I was able, because I was in Turner's Falls near my pharmacy, to get my meds. And so I thought I would do a video today on what I thrifted. And that would be fun to show you what I picked up and why I picked it up and the price I paid and then what I hope to get for it. And then maybe as they sell, I can talk about that too. But that's going to be my video today. So anyway, what I was getting at with my husband is that we're just not on the same page some days. He's so impatient with me and he'll follow me. Maybe he's just missing me or lonely when I do go out for just a little bit. I don't leave him too long because I know and I rush back and so I'm feeling like I'm always anxious and nervous and shaky. I don't like that. So it's like he's making me more like him with the shakes and the nerves, and I don't want to be like that. So anyway, that's my gripe for today. But anyway, let's do this. I have fun thrifting, and one could say, well, why don't you take your phone into your thrift store? But I still haven't found out from all the stores I go to if they even like that, and then there's no Wi-Fi for me to, not that I need Wi-Fi to record, but there's no, for me to check comps on things. So I know the value. Is it worth picking up? Is it worth paying the price they're asking? That kind of thing. So I'm going to start with you and show you what I picked up and we'll talk about those things. All right. I paid a whole $1 for this nice queen or whatever crown pillow. But it's clean. I could even wash it up if I want, but it looks clean. It's got gold on the back. And I thought it would make a nice pillow for outdoors this spring and summer on my day bed. Granted, I'll have to pick it up every time I think it's gonna rain, but for $1, I will enjoy it. It'll be fun. Along with all my other colors and pillows, it'll go with my decor, just about any decor. And that's where I intend to use this. So this is for me. But isn't it adorbs? How can you pass up a crown pillow for $1, right? That's how my mind thinks. Now, if my girl that's helping me clean and get rid of stuff saw this basket, she'd be giving me heck. But you know what? A lot of people don't understand the dynamics and the ins and outs and the process of being an eBay reseller. Yes, I have a room full of stuff. I don't need to be anywhere. But we don't want to miss the opportunity for a good sale. Plus, it's the one thing getting out and poking that's keeping me sane. And I don't spend a lot of money, not really. And I get it back. My eBay business has picked up a little. They're a little slow, but I mean, picking up, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much that, again, I'm going back to, a video I watched the other day, a woman my age, in that age range, and she's many interests similar to mine. She paints and she's an author and just like me, a lot of things. And she's at the stage in her life where she's given up worrying about what other people think or, any comments they might make. I mean, it's just not wearing it, not taking it on. And I'm kind of there too. I can't do it all, and I do the best I can, and I'm just not gonna worry about what other people think. I mean, you can't make some people understand anyway. It's the nature of the beast, and you gotta feed that beast. It's hard to make people, yes, it's a little bit of clutter, but we've decluttered a lot. And I intend to keep it decent and not go crazy. Like, I'll list this stuff soon and get it listed, numbered, and in my inventory, and then I'll get it wrapped up and put away. Give it a number, and it'll go in my eBay room on shelves or in bins, you know, if it's clothing or whatever. So, this was buy one get one at this little. I went to a survival center, and I haven't been there for a while, so it says $6.99 on it. That's what it was, uh, and it's a little honey spoon, dipper spoon, whatever, honeycomb on it, plastic, still in the package, new in the package, for $6.99. I spent, I think that's maybe $1.50 to $1. I think it's 50 cents. And it was buy one, get one, so I got a set of 3 white funnels, plastic, as the get one. And those are for me, but this is for eBay. But I mean, if I put this on for 50 cents, I got it for, and I put it on for $5. I made $5 on a 50-cent item. Well, you got fees and that, but even these little sales, some people say, why bother? But I don't mind. Sometimes they're just, you know, or you could put it with something else. I could put it with a nice honey pot, you know, as a sale. So however I decide to do it, I thought it was worth picking up. Yeah. With the whole Savannah Guthrie thing going on, and my heart goes out to that family in Savannah, big time, big time. Let's all pray, right, people? And I won't go off on that, but that's not why I'm doing a video today. But anyway, what I got here was ribbon from the thrift store, yellow. I was looking for as much yellow. Now, this has a little gold in it, but it's mostly a brighter yellow. And I'm going to do with my Bodabra bow maker thing, and that's going to be another video, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a short, perhaps. But I'm going to make big bows for my 2 lamp posts out there. Yep. And maybe even a sign that says, you know, bring her home safely. So that's my thoughts. So these are for me. And these were all 50, that had to be 50 cents. That's what the pink is on that. 50 cents, and then that was a quarter. So think about that, people. Go to your thrift stores. Look in the back room where they have their patterns and sewing stuff and all their ribbons, and look for the yellow ribbons there, you know, or the dollar stores. You can pick, and start getting some ribbons on our mailboxes and lamp posts. Let's do this right across the country, right? Yeah. Show our faith and show our that we care. Okay. This was something that was in my trunk. And I got this a week or 2 ago at another thrift store. I didn't get it here. But it's a little wet because there was some snow. Anyway, I had to bring it in from my trunk, and I was cleaning my car. This is new, brand new. Are you kidding? People would actually pay that? This is new. Oh no, but it's still got the sticker on the bottom, so it could very well be that it was never used. And it's Starbucks sippy cup with the straw. Maybe it's twist. Oh, it does. It twists up. All right. Starbucks. It says $2.99 green. Green was half price that day, so I spent $1.50. It looks brand spanking new, like it was never used. Nice little sippy cup. Your ice and everything would go in there nicely. Okay. Well, the sticker, barcode, goes the straw on the bottom. Here's the girl. What do they call her? The mermaid. You can see her. Okay. Nice dark plastic. All right. Well, this says, and it's imprinted with a bunch of wording and stuff, a bunch of And this says the SKU number, made in China, 24 ounce, USA, brand new in the USA. This Starbucks sippy cup was $22.95. And in Canada, it was $32.95. Can you imagine? People paid that for these things because it's Starbucks? Wow. So anyway, when I saw that, I won't touch it, I'll leave them on. And this was $2.99. Like I said, half price day. I spent $1.50. So I'm going to put this on for probably $14, something like that. And I'll get it all day long. I know I will. And this is dated. Maybe it was got a name to it or certain thing. There's a lot of words on the bottom. Let's see. Something about looks like 20 versus cells. And this is pewter. It's just the coolest thing. Look at that. For $3, I'm gonna comp it, and it's got beautiful, mother and baby horse on how rare and old it is when I do a Google comp. Now, more ribbon. Several ribbons. All right, now in the ribbon room and the pattern room, and I love going in that. It's just a little closet room like in this thrift store, and I love going in there and poking because I found a pattern in there once last year or so for $1.25, and I sold it for something like $17 on eBay because it was from, I believe it was 1971. I remember that because it's the year I graduated from high school. And it was a pattern. It hadn't been cut into, new, what do they call it? Uncut. And with all the instructions in the envelope, everything was in good condition. And it was for a men's Nehru collar. That was hot and popular back in the late 60s, early 70s when the Beatles came out, and they were wearing a lot of that. And it was very, you could do it in psychedelic prints and all that. So the pattern was long and it had slits up the side for a man. And it was on for maybe a month, and I sold it. I was amazed. I cut it for $1.25, so don't underestimate patterns and sewing things, sewing patterns. All right, so this is, look at this, 25 cents I paid, 25 cents, and this is, it's got wear because of its age on the binder, but this is Needle Crafts. It was $9.95, new in its day. Charles Scribner's and Sons out of New York. And this is all counted cross-stitch designs for Christmas. Now, I know that in today's world, one can go online and, YouTube and all that, and you can get a lot of these patterns and download or that, but some people really still want books and those tangible books to follow. And this has got nice, look at this front cover, it's a Christmas tree. And there's a lot of people who, are still into this, and there's some really cool patterns in here if you like doing this. The eye strain for me on this kind of stuff I mean, I've done embroidery and I've done some stitching. I've done plastic canvas type of stitching, but I never did really too much on the counted cross stitch. But there's a lot of people who do, and you know, I'm gonna look this up, comp it. It's called Danish Handcraft Guild, counted cross stitch designs for Christmas. These are Danish. But you know, for a quarter, I don't know. I gotta look this up, but I might get $10 for this or more. You don't know till I look it up, and I'll be doing that. Now again, this was in good shape, and I spent a quarter, I believe, for this one too. And this book was in Canada, it was $18.49. In USA, it was $10.95. Leisure Arts, and this is Mary Engelbright, 2002, and this is Knit for a Queen. Yeah. Knit for a Queen. I'm silly, I know. Oh, I gotta talk a little bit about that too at the end. But anyway, let's do that. Okay, so anyway, this is Knit for a Queen, and it's got knitting pattern. Look at the nice cover, and some people might want to do that on something, you know, or do a sweater like that. Or this has got cherries, cherry band, scattered flowers, flower band, Scotty dog. I mean, this is all good stuff. Look at that. Yeah. So this might bring me, I don't know, $10. Or even if it brings 7 or 8 or whatever. I only spent a quarter. I love it. So that's going on by itself. And then look at this one. 333. And I don't know if that was a price at some point, or, but I didn't pay that. All these books were just a quarter in there. And I got it, obviously, because of Cabbage Patch doll clothes. And I'm sure someone's looking for some patterns. Childhood Summers. I mean, people were standing in line for these dolls back then. Not me. I couldn't afford a Cabbage Patch doll for my daughter. Matter of fact, that's another poem I wrote. It's got humor to it, of the Cabbage Patch doll that I made her. I'll have to read them again because it's a hoot. Excuse my nose, people. Anyhow, it's got several patterns, make 25 outfits. And like I said, I only paid a quarter for this. That wasn't the price I paid. And 333. But anyway, I'll probably get, I don't know, $10 or $12 for this one, if not more, depending on comps and how valuable it is to the market, you know. That's what's so fun about this. You wouldn't think that those books would do anything, or that anybody would want them, but believe me, they do. I was surprised. So this is gonna go back in here. Oh, and then this, it's got a little wear to it, but that's okay. I like things with me. What else I got? Oh, some nice candles. Okay, so we'll put these down. But these are the books I got. Put this pewter dish down so I don't step on it. Okay. Yeah. I'm dropping everything. I just dropped the magnifying glass. Okay, this was $1. This is heavy. It's a cow copper trivet. Okay. It's got the ring on the back, so you can hang it. And it's heavy. This is made nice. Now, yes, does it have a little wear to it? It does. So obviously it wasn't made yesterday. But you know what? There's a lot of people that like this kind of stuff for their farmhouse decor, or someone who, it says circa China, 1995. Looks like OD1 or 001. Footed, everything's there. Very nice. And I just really like it. And I know this will sell. And $1, oh yeah, I'll check. It's not signed anywhere that I can see, other than the number on the back there. And I don't think places like Coppercraft Guild put this out. Their copper was different. This is very like iron, cast iron with a copper coating. That's what that looks more like. Yeah. Yeah, and it's etched. Yeah, this is a nice one. Very heavy, so shipping will be a factor, but you know, people pay if they want it. They pay the shipping, you know, the customer pays the shipping. All right, so there's that. Let me get this. All right, now, I bought these nice candlesticks because I'm always looking for these pillar candles for a couple of my candles here at home. And this is such a nice color. They probably, I think those nicks were in them. That's why I won't try to sell them. I'll keep them for me. But these were $2. No, they weren't $2. I don't believe, or maybe I did spend $2. They're worth it to me. Some of these tapered candles new can, you know, be, you know, $10, $15 or more for some candles, like tapered. So for $2, I picked them up. I will use them. Oh, nice green color. Okay, so I'm gonna put those books back in here. This bag, so I know where those are. And, oops. Oh, it's moisture. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want it. That's wet. Ooh, I don't want that all over. Oh, my bag is wet. Well, I'm putting these books over here, not near any wetness. Bag got a little wet. Put that there. Okay, so we have that. Check this out. This is cool. I love stuff like this. Oh, she must have put something in there. Is that not retro? This was $3. The blue is a $3 label. She put a couple little things in there. Oh, some candles. Okay, let me get them out of there. The latch comes up. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, she put a lot in there. Okay. I bought some little candles for me. I like these little scented. And these were lavender. I think they were like a dime, maybe. Something like that. And then I picked up a little hummingbird magnet. I love hummingbirds, anything. And this was just too cute to me. For the fridge. So that's for me. All right, so now, I wonder why she did that. Oh, okay, cool. All right, look at this. You're gonna love this. Anyway, I'll show you this stuff after, because these are cool pieces. But I'm gonna showcase this first. Okay, now. This is definitely retro. I don't see a date or signage on it. However, I can tell you that this quite possibly could be Bakelite. The handle, maybe not. But either or, it's a cool thing. The hardware's all there and all good, not rusted. Hardware, the handle's cool, and it's got texture to it. This cover is nice. Hinged in the back. Somebody wants this for like a little purse. I'm not kidding you. Now, someone could use it in their bathroom for dainty little things. You could use it in a bedroom just to showcase it on a bureau. Anywhere. God, that goes hard. Yeah, there we go. Anywhere you decide to put this, it's going to be a statement piece, conversation piece, and this is in very good condition. So I've got to comp this. Like I said, I don't see any signage, so that doesn't help me at all. However, for $3, I picked it up anyway because I know that I can get some good money for this, you know, and make my money back and then some. And I think it'll just be a fun sale. I think it's so cool. I like unique things, and this definitely falls into that retro, unique. Yeah, and retro does sell. So that's going on soon. And then I picked up these primarily to use for me for a little while, but I mean, they would sell too. But I think they're placemats, and I think they're handmade. And they're all the same, but check out that nice fabric. I love them. I love bees and anything with bees on them like that. Not so much bees on me, but you know what I mean. But the yellow and the black and the print was just so cool. And like I said, I don't see a label, so I believe they're handmade. Yeah, and there's 4 of them, and they were $1 each. And I thought one of them looked like it had a little, maybe this one, yeah. Maybe just a little slight yellowing right there, but not even noticeable. I could sell them. However, I really like them, so I might use them in my dining room for the spring, and enjoy them at $1 a piece. Yeah, or I'll think about selling them. I'm not sure yet, because they would sell. I believe they would sell, and I can try washing them and see if that'll brighten them up even. But these are nice. These are quite nice. A set of 4. So if I did decide to sell them, you know, at $4, I don't know, 16 for the set of 4, and that way I'm, you know, getting my money back plus making a little bit. You know, that's how my mind thinks. So again, with no label, they're not a brand, but they're more homemade. All right, I'm gonna put that over there. Now, just the other day, I sold a piece that's a bigger piece. I believe it was resin, but it was signed by the artist, and it was American Navajo or Indian piece, I don't know, Indian piece, and signed, and it was like a totem of 3 faces on it. Really cool piece. And I've had that in my inventory well over a year, but I finally sold it and I got the price I wanted for it. So knowing that, when I was out and about and I saw some more Indian stuff, I picked it up. I don't even know if you can say Indian. I think you have to say indigenous, or I'm not sure of the word I'm supposed to use. So anyway, if I certainly don't want to offend anybody by using the wrong words, and anyway, I'll look that one up before I post this. But this was I think, let's see, what's that? I gotta look at my code. I took a picture of all their pricing. Let's see, purple is $3. That was $2 maybe? Or I can't imagine I spent $5 on it, but I could have. But anyway, I don't see a signage. However, this is a really cool piece. Oh yes, it is signed over here because I have more. Along with the that theme. Look at these. These are cool. And it's got the little canoe. I love these. Again, I don't see any signage. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just the coolest piece. Now, I don't know if they came with it or a collector, somebody who had it, just put that with it, but I just love it. Now, the little canoe does look all handmade, and it's got designs on it, and the 3 pieces, so it did come together. Okay. And I spent $3 for this with the 3 pieces. And I tell you, it's got a little, what do they call it? Tomahawk axe. And little beads. And it's got all the little symbol things. That's a cool piece. Now, again, I don't see signage on the bottom, but maybe those symbols are the signage. I don't know. Huh. And I'm not sure. This actually looks like, carved wood, but these are resin. But, oh, they're the coolest little things. And I can't wait to get this on and sell these. Let's see if I can. So, there's my indigenous piece. Things I picked up as I was getting ready to cash out. I just saw it on a shelf and it was signed. I didn't know anything about the signage, but I thought, okay, it's so nice and it's signed for $3. It's pottery. I'm gonna pick it up. So I did, and get all my stuff home. And I checked comps, and because I don't do that in the store, because a lot of them you can't get Wi-Fi, so I'm not checking comps in the stores because you can't get on the internet. So I had to wait till I get home and buy it, and I almost fell out of my chair. A bigger piece, very similar, but a bigger, like this was maybe 4 inches, whereas this other piece was about 8 inches, but similar clay pattern. And it was Nil Oak, Niloak. Let me tell you, the 8-inch piece on eBay was selling for $1,200. I almost fell out of my chair. So I thought, okay, well, this is much smaller. What will I be happy getting? I only spent $3. I put it on for $220. It wasn't on 2 hours. I sold it. Those are the kind of sales you want, people. So I'll be looking for that Nil Oak again. So with that, anyway, I was setting the stage for this isn't Nil Oak, but this is, look at this pretty little piece. It goes with my shawl. Look at that, huh? Isn't that pretty? And it says, now orange, I want to say this was $2. Yeah. And it does say, let's see. And let's see. Okay, so I showed you the ribbon. Now, I picked this up. Look at this. Now, these were in it. So the whole thing, I think I paid $2. 2 or maybe 5. I got to see which, between 2, 3, or 5. The pink. I want to say 5 maybe. Okay. And so I just love the shape of this. It's got some weight to it. I'm going to take these out and sell it separately. I'm going to keep these because make sure they're dried good too. I don't want to be bringing stamped B, 94 with a percent sign B, Medawa, Holland, and it's got like a church on the whole stamp symbol. I gotta look that up because this is a nice piece, and you can feel that it's not no cheap old metal piece. This is a nice one. Now, granted, I see it's got a little bit of damage there, a dent, slight dent. Darn, I did not see that. But anyway, I'm gonna give it a whirl anyway because your pewter collectors may still want this, given that the signage on the bottom. Yeah. So anyway, for $5 with the flowers and this, I'll make my money back. If not, I'll keep it and enjoy it for a while. But I have a feeling I will make some money on that. Then I picked up, and this is pink. See, I didn't look up all these pink. I believe this was $5. So this is, or purple, $3. Purple. Blue is $3. So what's purple? $4 or $5 I spent for this. It's signed Disney, and it is Open Road Brands. Gosh. $50, something like that. So we'll put that on. So that's what I got. And Then I did look in the clothing a little bit because I do have to get some more clothing going. But I mean, I have some pieces to get on too. It's not like I don't, but I really liked this. And let's see, their clothes, I think they're all $3 or $4 a top. And I just loved this sweater. Look at the color of that. Kind of like, what do they call that? Periwinkle or royal blue. And this is Forever 21 exclusive. And in the US and Canada, it's a medium all across the board, it looks like. And it is and then I just love the feel of it. It feels beautiful. I love stuff like this. I need a little bit bigger size. I would need like a large, but I just fell in love with it. But so I'll be selling this. But anyway, let's see. Love the colors, love the anyway. Do not bleach, I can see that. Oh, do not dry clean. Probably hand wash, dry flat. 65 or something. Whoa. I'm not quite sure, it's so hard to read, but anyway, I won't bore you with that. But nice, fluffy, nothing wrong with it, just adorable. And I'll check comps on that and get that on, but I just thought it was really nice. And then I thought the colors in this, I like things with color. I thought the colors in this were really pretty. And this, oh, there's two or three things here. Okay. This is Habitat clothing line, or some Habitat. Habitat clothing in live-in, to live in. Habitat clothing to live in. This is a medium, made in China. Yeah. And let's see. Just really nice. So the colors. Just love the color. Look at these colors. How can you not get your eye over to that? I just think it's so pretty. Yeah. And I loved the sleeves. This screams me all over again. These 3/4 sleeves with the slit. I love that. And the bottoms like that too. Yeah. This is nice. And so clothing you can live in. And then let's see. Habitat. It almost feels like there's interfacing in there. Nicely made. And let's see. Oh, 100% cotton. And it's got a style number, an RN number. And let's see. Care. Machine wash cold, gentle cycle with light colors, do not bleach, lay flat to dry, cool iron if necessary. And I'm telling you, this is made nice. Yeah. Yeah. And it looks big for a medium. It looks nice and wide. I think I could wear that. I might wear it a couple times. If it fits me, the girl's wearing it for a while. I like it. It's pretty. For a couple of them, I'll keep that for a while, maybe. But anyway, that's that. And then, this one is Reds, R-E-D-S, Threads. Well, I never heard that. But there's so many clothing brands that even people who have sold for years. And this is the one that's new with tags. It's never been worn. And it says $59.95. Smoke Jaguar. It's called the style. Still got the tags. The original tag, Red Threads. And this is really made nicely too. I'm trying to see what it is for fabric. But I thought this one will get sold, and I thought that it's got the slit up the sides on each side. It's a nice fabric blend, gray, smoke, and it's got the pattern within the pattern, and a regular round neck, 3/4. Oh no, I guess it's long sleeve. Well, I don't know, 3/4. Yeah, I think it's more 3/4. Look at that. That is so nice. But I'm not seeing anything that's giving me an indication of the fabric. I thought I saw something when I was shopping in the store, though. Well, all right, then it's probably yeah, Red Threads, huh? Okay, Red, where's your fabric content? Oh, maybe it's under this. Okay, hand wash, cold water, something dry. Maybe dry clean. 100% rayon. Okay, it's rayon. Made in Indonesia. There you go. It's a medium. And there's also some other little sticker on it that I'm leaving on that I think came with it. And even the label is like embroidered, kind of different. Yeah. So I'll be selling this and checking comps. Again, I paid like $3 or $4 for it. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, 17 to 20. Yeah. Nice top. I'm gonna steam it with my steamer so that it lightly and get the any wrinkles out, and I'll be putting that on. So this was fun. That was my thrift haul for yesterday, and like I said, I can't wait to get some of this stuff on and sell some of this. This little thing is one of my best finds, and it might not be as old as I thought it was, but I still think it's cool. I don't think it's Bath and Body Works. It doesn't say that. I think it's a little older than that. And with the hardware, yeah, this is kind of cool. But like I said, I'll be checking comps, because this is like little metal brass. Yeah, it's not cheap on metal on there. And if it is Bakelite in there, it could be more collectible. These things, the Indian things, and the little vase intrigues me. I want to look more about that. And yeah, the pewter piece is good. The copper piece is good. I think I did pretty good. Yeah, I'll make money on it. I'll let you know. But anyway, I love you. I'm going to let you go. Thank you. If you're new here, welcome, and I hope I gave you enough to go on to want to come back. I am going to be doing a lot of little shorts because I need more of those, and so I'll be throwing a few of those out there. Now, just the other day, 2 days ago, I threw a short out there, and yes, I will admit, it's a little corny. It's just me doing a short, and I sing into it, and it's all of, couple minutes. And it's because I'm learning about shorts. I don't know what to put out there necessarily for content for a short, but I do need them for the videos of YouTube standards and the whole process of what you need to eventually, get in the partnership program. So anyway, that's what you're seeing. And I noticed that after I put that out there, I lost about 4 subscribers. And I was a little worried, and I went on and checked other video people talking about, have you lost subscribers, do this, or don't worry. And most of them are saying, don't worry, keep going. So I'm not going to worry. I am going to keep going. But what I wanted to say to my viewers is I don't believe it's really anyone necessarily clicking on or clicking off. They could be, and that's okay. But what I'm thinking it is, and I learned from another YouTuber that I'm following, was listening to, that it could possibly be that YouTube cleans up some of that. And if they notice that it's just AI generated, perhaps they will clean it up. So they may have gotten rid of that. I don't know. But it did have me worried, because certainly we're trying to build our viewers and our audience, not have it lessen the numbers. But again, I guess my take on that was I'm going to try hard not to worry about it. So, but I did want to tell my viewers that I am kind of a funny, corny one at times. I can get a little corny. It's just me as my person. I think it's fun to laugh. I like a good laugh. And so, I ask you to just hang with me and laugh right along with me, because, we can't be so serious, and that we, don't see the humor in things, right? Laugh. It heals the soul, right? And I believe it does. So anyway, you're going to see that it's out there. But you know what? In just 1 or 2 days, it's getting close to 800 views already. One little short, as corny as it is. So you may see some more corny stuff coming from me. I don't know. But anyway, I'm good for a good story. I'm good for, decent content, I think. Anyway, I hope you think so too. So anyway, hang with me. Come back. I'd love you. Hit the like, share button, subscribe if you feel so inclined. But most importantly, I love your comments. Comments tell the algorithm what to do. And we all need a push in the right directions, right? So throw me a comment, and I love to know where you're from. So come on in and do all that. And if you're so inclined and you got a moment, I would totally appreciate that. And in the meantime, until we meet again, I certainly hope the universe provides. I truly do. Thank you now. Prayers for Savannah and her family. Get those yellow ribbons out, folks. Go to your thrift store, find the yellow ribbon, and let's do this, okay? Right across the country. Love ya. Bye-bye.